the Chinese government and the Russian government made a deal a week or two ago, and this is a very difficult topic to discuss because people are ignorant to cryptocurrency. They don't want to know about cryptocurrency because it's a difficult conversation to have. I'm not going to try to articulate it, or at least go too deep into it. There's a few countries that have separated from using our dollar as their standard of trade. China's coming up with their own cryptocurrency, which now explains why they banned all crypto from their country. They got rid of Bitcoin. They want nothing to do with the crypto world because they're going to enter it with power and with volume, how they always enter every market, because they're so big and they have so many people, so much consumer power. They're just going to release their own thing. They steal intellectual properties all the time. It's what they do. Now it makes more sense why Gary Gensler of the SEC is going after cryptocurrency, because it's been confusing. We know they don't want the value of our dollar to decline. They can't stop it. They want everyone to use centralized currency, i.e. the dollar, or a stable coin representing the dollar. Because if they don't, and people start going to decentralized currency, they don't need us. They don't need our dollar. And I'm trying to articulate this the best I can. But China, Russia, and those other countries that are no longer using our dollar hurts our dollar. There was a point where our currency being the standard is somewhat what gives us power and the authority to say, hey, knock it off, whatever country that's attacking another country. Or we'll sanction you. And how do you sanction somebody? You don't allow trade. And you seize their assets. It was much easier to do back then. It's always been a much easier thing to do. But with Russia and China using their own currency and adding possibly India to that, we have no power over them. We have no authority over them. We used to have the authority by saying, hey, we're a democracy. Look at us. Look at our dollar. Look at how much value we give to the world. Now they can say, well, we offer the same amount of value, more reliable. And you can't throw that democracy word around us because you just indicted a former president, a current candidate, and a current opponent to your current president. Under Joe Biden, we are losing authority across the world. This is not about respect. No one cares about respect. We have no say-so. We don't even have skin in the game anymore to throw around any kind of weight. So the negotiation power has gone to China. They've negotiated deals, as I talked about in my last video, or the one before that. Now they're going to have their own cryptocurrency, and our government was trying to do the same thing. It makes sense now why Sam, the bank man, who should have never been free, was a thing. I explained in a video back then about him, why I believe he was a government asset. Because there's no other reason for him to be free right now. He still has his homes in the island, in Caribbean islands. He's not a billionaire anymore, but he's still a multi-millionaire. And he's out on bail. There should have been no bail. He should be waiting his trial from jail just like most people do. I'm not saying he's guilty, but most people, the reason you'll hear something called time served is because they were already in holding until the trial and during the trial. There's no reason to allow the most likely person to flee out. Anyway, FTX and the FTT coin crashed and burned. A major part of that was he had no idea what he was doing, and he just didn't care because he'd already made his $25 billion or however much money he made. He was trying to bribe China with $40 million to ease up their stances on cryptocurrency. These are new charges brought to him, I think, over the last month or so, or a few weeks. So my question is, why is he still free? Why is he still free? They're trying to arrest the president of the United States. They wanted him in handcuffs. They wanted him in holding. They wanted that mugshot. Meanwhile, this guy who stole billions of dollars just out roaming around, doing what he wants, going to summits. China is now overcoming their biggest obstacle with America, which has always been currency and trade. They're building a pipeline between Russia and China and somewhere through Europe. We can't blow that one up like we did the Nord Stream pipeline. I think it was 2. We can't do that. So where are we going to be under Joe Biden? Where are we now on the world stage? They always talk about, oh, we get no respect. Nobody respects us because of Donald Trump and his antics. Where are we now under Biden? Somebody's got to be able to answer this question. On the world stage where we've always bragged and thrown our weight around, where are we now in comparison to China or even Russia? We're energy dependent. Our dollar is weak because it was inflated due to non-stop printing and spending by our government and Joe Biden. Cost of everything went up. Why? Because the value of the dollar is low, so we need more of it to make purchases. Here we are,